About 5 years ago, I lost 100 pounds, and while most people would say that is amazing and it must have fixed all of your problems, I promise you it has not, and it's maybe even caused some new ones. So if you're on your weight loss journey or looking to start it, and you think that it's gonna make you happy and it's gonna solve all your problems, watch this video because I'm gonna be telling you exactly why that is not gonna be the case. So I think that in society, we have a romanticized view on weight loss. You know, we see all these movie stars, they are freaking chiseled, jacked, lean, amazing jawlines, amazing heads of hair most of the time except for The Rock. But you see what I'm saying? We romanticize happy people being in good shape. I know that there's this whole healthy at any weight movement going on. That's neither here nor there for this topic, because I know that you can be happy at 500 pounds or 150 pounds, but one of them is going to be healthier than the other. You can't argue with that, whatever. But ultimately, it is romanticized that, okay, these healthy people, they're going to be happier and they're going to live a better life. Their life's going to be easier. Things are going to get handed to them. Everything is just going to be amazing for them once they lose their weight, or if they already have, their life is just going to be super simple. I know that for myself, when I was starting my weight loss journey, I definitely thought this was going to be the case. I started about 300 pounds and I thought that, okay, once I hit 199 pounds, that's suddenly when I'm going to be super happy, super outgoing, super confident, super good with the ladies, super just a better person overall, which, looking back on it, seemed like a great idea at the time. But then once I finally did hit that, while I did feel happy temporarily, it certainly was not everything it was cracked up to be. And I say that because when I finally did hit that weight, it caused some new problems in my life that I don't think I was necessarily expecting beforehand. And don't get me wrong, I am blessed to have these problems, but it caused me to suddenly have some sort of body dysmorphia, caused me to be afraid that I'm gonna gain all the weight back. It made me just hyper aware of food and honestly get a little bit neurotic with the amount of food that I was eating. It just scared me because I've always been a very food focused person. And ultimately, I think that may have made it even worse for me because I was not starving myself, but I was cutting calories pretty hard. And I think with the fear of gaining the weight back, now I kind of have that pressure of maintaining this image that I do hold, because while I'm not like crazy muscular or in shape, I'm in decent shape, and I don't ever not want to have that. So now I have some sort of pressure that's on me to never lose that, if that makes sense. I think we're our hardest critiques at the end of the day, and it's just, I don't know, this thing called life is weird. I'm talking to a camera in the middle of my room. It's certainly a weird life. So yeah, losing the weight is not enough to actually make you happy or have a fulfilled life. It comes from a lot of different sources, and I know that when you're on this journey, I know at least for me, I was hyper focused on this one goal, and that was to lose weight, be in shape, eat healthy, be healthy, because ultimately that's gonna make my life better. And that's a lie. There's a lot more in this life than just fitness. Don't get me wrong, I love fitness. It's what my, life is kind of centered around. It's something that I do very, you could say, religiously, but it's not enough to make you a happy individual or to give you everything in your life. And I can't say exactly what will do that for you, and maybe it is fitness, but I highly doubt that. This is just one aspect of our lives that we do in order to live a better life, but it's not gonna make our lives great. I think to get that, you gotta find that from a lot of different sources, and I'm not gonna list them all off because there's just probably too many to have a fulfilled life, to be happy, to reach the goals that you want. But I think that ultimately the reason why, just losing weight alone isn't going to make you a happier person is because you're not losing the sadness or the issues that you had in your life prior to losing the weight. You're just losing body fat. You're not losing your anxiety or your fears or your awkwardness or your shyness. It's not going to teach you social skills. It's not going to give you more money. It's certainly not going to give you more time. It's not going to help you relate with more people. It's not going to teach you a new language. It's not going to get you a new job. But ultimately, it's going to be the things that you can work on yourself in here that are going to really, obviously, make you more happy when in comparison to just losing weight by itself. There's not going to be any mental transformation from losing weight. It's just your body. And if you were depressed when you were overweight, you're still going to be depressed when you're at a healthier weight. So there's really no changing that unless you get mental health help or you find something else that's going to help you in that regard. So I've already kind of hit on this about what actually does help, but for me, talking for myself. I am no expert in this subject at all. I can only be a guide, and that's why I just want to have this discussion. It's just to maybe even get it inside of people's heads. It's just, there's the best way that I can say that does help you with all of your problems, a lot of your problems in life as a young adult. I don't know about when you have a family and kids, but it's going to be that community that you build around you. It has nothing to do with how much you weigh or how much weight you've lost. It's going to be the people around you ultimately. And I know that's so much easier said than done. Completely understand that. And you don't really think it will until it happens to you. At least that's how it was for me. But just the people that you have around you can help you so much more than just doing something by yourself, like losing weight. That's going to help you mentally and socially. It's going to give you people you can tell your issues to. It's going to people who can help you through those issues. And I think having that good community backed behind you, of people who don't drag you down, of people who can, raise you up and help you through whatever it is you're going through, that's going to be what actually enhances your life. And that's going to be the thing that makes it hard to maybe leave a place or move or anything like that. It's those amazing friendships. It's the things that you do for yourself that aren't physical in regards to like exercise, health. The connections that you make are going to be the things that you remember forever and that you're going to value the most. Whether those connections come from a church, from a group of friends that you know through a video game, through a group of friends you have through, a bar, through school, through anything, that's truly where your happiness is going to come from in the end. I'd say religion's another big one that I've found for me. It's believing in something that is more powerful than myself, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole. So what I would tell anybody who's on this weight loss journey, just starting, already in the middle of it, is that is amazing. I cannot say that enough. You're incredible. It's not something that's easy to do. I know that for a fact. I've done it myself. A lot of the times it can kind of be a very lonely process. What I would tell people on this journey is that it's an incredibly worthwhile endeavor to better yourself through losing weight, but it's not the end all be all. It's not going to make your life suddenly easy or make you happy or make all of your problems fade away. It's going to give you an outlet that you can express yourself through very physically and maybe burn off some of your anxiety, or it's a productive thing to do. There's no getting around that. But what I would tell you is that when you do finally hit that goal, you'll feel happy for about, a week, but then you're gonna start shifting over to how am I gonna maintain this? And sometimes that can feel kind of scary, which that's fine. Hopefully you've developed those healthy lifestyle to where it's easy to maintain and you won't rebound back up, because that is a huge fear of mine even to this day. 5 or 6 years later, I'm afraid I will regress back to that point. And I know it would be very easy for me to do so because I am literally hungry 95% of the time. It is annoying. When you reach that goal, there's going to be another goal, and that happiness is quickly going to fade away. You're still going to have to pay your bills. You're still going to have to go to your job. You're still going to have to go to school, whatever situation you're in. So I highly encourage you to work on other aspects of your life while you are losing weight, because the community that you build around you, the experiences that you have are all going to be so much more fulfilling than losing weight, but still do it. So please, if this resonated with you in any way, hit the like button. I'm going to try and just make some weekly random rants of me talking about things that are on my mind. Just a chill sit down conversation with you. So let me know of any other topics that you would like to see or for me to hear. Just trying to be, a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more expressive, a little bit more just off the top of my head, a little bit more expressive. If you enjoyed, subscribe. Until next time, I hope you are doing amazing. And if you haven't gotten an exercise today or done any sort of physical activity, go do that. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.